Yo, what is up with this man Goldberg? I am sick of people like him, old people, coming down the internet. Not just old people, but people crying and bitching on the internet about stupid stuff like Bret Hart. Goldberg is nothing different like Bret Hart. People say Goldberg's the better man than Bret Hart. Well, look at Goldberg now. Goldberg's mad at Asuka, a Japanese girl, because she broke his streak and she had a 914-day streak. Goldberg, I think, had a 460-something day streak or whatever the fuck it was. This man, let me tell you something. Goldberg only had like a total of like 50 or 60 matches in WWE. He only had like 55 wins. 55 wins. John Cena and The Undertaker would get like 1,000-something wins, if I'm even correct on that. It was 1,000-something they had. But Goldberg here only had 55 wins. And he wants to cry and complain because Asuka, who's been with the company, a veteran who's been here for a long time, been here for a while, broke your streak. Dude, you were in WCW. And I understand, Asuka's not this good wrestler that everybody thinks she is, but she's fucking hilarious. She's doing her thing, and she's, laying the smack down, right? But I'm going to tell you this, right? Asuka has been wrestling more than Goldberg has ever had in his wrestling career. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. Now, I know people are going to say, well, didn't Goldberg wrestle all the time in WCW? No, that's not what I'm talking about. We're not talking about WCW. We're talking about WWE-wise. Asuka has been full-time, non-stop wrestling from 2017, to fucking, 2023, right? And I think 24, she got injured. She had a knee injury. There's nothing wrong with leaving for a year and healing up. Now, people are going to complain, well, she didn't wrestle for most of that year, so why does she got to come back? She's a jobber. Well, that's up to you, bro. I'm not here to shame Asuka. I'm not here to say how Asuka sucks. I'm here to tell you Asuka has been putting in work, and she deserves the respect that she deserves. Put some respect on her name. Put some fucking respect on Asuka's name, nigga. You're mad because she wrestled more than you. You mad because she might be a better wrestler than you. Might be. I'm not saying that. I don't think so. I just think Goldberg's a dangerous wrestler. I think he's fucking rough in the ring. But he could kick that ass. He could kick ass in the ring. But dude, you're 60 years old. You as a veteran, why don't you help out Asuka? Why don't you talk to Asuka and tell her how she could keep her streak long? Tell her, I don't know, that records are meant to be broken. You can always make a new one. Instead of you crying and saying, oh, some Japanese girl broke my streak, man. Awarded to her. I did everything for this company. I did. Dude, you got your ass beat by WWE. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know why Triple H keeps bringing this in this dude. Right? And you got some dirty-ass Jewish man named Goldberg mad because a Japanese woman named Asuka, we're going to call her a Japanese woman. She ain't no Japanese girl. This woman is 45. She's a grown-ass woman. Okay? One thing we're not going to do is call another grown woman, a girl, bro. That's like calling me a boy. That's like me saying, oh, that brown boy on the internet, that brown boy with the dreads is talking about how Goldberg sucks and blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. You call me a brown boy and I'll knock your head off. I'll knock your teeth out, dude. You understand me? I'll take your face and do you worse than that. What happened to Jacob Fatu? You'll have no teeth. You'll look around like your grandma with no teeth. But here's the thing, right? Calling somebody a Japanese girl is disrespectful. And one thing about Japanese people, I don't care what nobody say. They're fucking talented. They're talented. They can kick ass. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Japanese people are very talented people. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying? They got good food. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why a dirty-ass Jewish like Goldberg needs to hate on Asuka. Nobody's going to be like you. Nobody's going to be like The Rock or Stone Cold or John Cena, bro. This is fucking Asuka. A Japanese wrestler, bro. She's Japanese, okay? She's going to be her. She's going to wear whatever she's going to wear. You know what I'm saying? I respect Asuka for what she's doing. You feel me? Excuse me. But here's the problem, right? We need people like Goldberg to stop hating. We need older wrestlers. We just need people in general to stop hating on people, right? Even Asuka had to respond back on Twitter and say, hey guys, I saw the response. I saw the comments from Bill Goldberg. I didn't respond to them. I'm not even responding to them. So she's avoiding this dude, right? She's avoiding this dude. And my question is this, right? Goldberg Here's the problem with Goldberg. Let me break down his record for you. Goldberg, his record, he wrestled in 2016 for only a month, right? He only wrestled in Survivor Series. Fucking 2017, he only wrestled at the Royal Rumble, Fastlane, and WrestleMania. That's okay. Then you can retire, bro. He should have just left completely. But no, what happens next? What happens next? 2019, he wrestles The Undertaker, almost kills Vince McMahon's greatest creation of all time. And you think that he is going to give you a retirement match? No. I don't know why the hell Triple H should have guided you a retirement match. I would have said, fuck off. I would have said, fuck off. You don't deserve a retirement match. I whooped your ass in WCW. When you were in WCW, I am not giving you a retirement match. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Now, that right there, if Triple H could have cut it on social media or, I don't know, respond to it somehow like that and say, no, I'm not getting a retirement match. You get out of my company. I whooped your ass in the Monday Night Wars, dude. Like that right there, maybe then Triple H would draw some numbers for the company. But somehow they're not doing anything like this no more. You know what I'm saying? But here's the problem. Here's the thing, right? Goldberg wrestled in 2019. He only wrestled twice. 2020, he only wrestled twice. 2021, he only wrestled 3 times against Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley. 2022 and 2025, he loses to Roman Reigns and Gunther 3 years later. So you tell me if Goldberg is a consistent wrestler. You tell me if Goldberg is a hard-worked wrestler. You tell me if Goldberg is a real soldier. Now, people are going to say, well, not everybody needs to wrestle all the time, bro. You can take time off and come back and all that other stuff. I understand that. We're not talking about that. I'm not here to talk about that. My problem is this. Goldberg has no reason to complain that Asuka broke his fucking day streak. It's just a day streak. Records are made to be broken. Even The Undertaker, when he talked about when his streak broke, he didn't go off on Brock Lesnar. No, him and Brock Lesnar are good friends. They're probably cool. They're probably close. You know what I'm saying? He even said, I really think Roman Reigns should have broken the streak because he's young and somebody younger could give it to somebody like him. Because I felt like Brock didn't deserve it. You know, Brock already won the title. He won the Royal Rumble. He was in UFC. He was in New Japan. So he didn't shit on these wrestlers. He told him what it was. And that's what adults do. That's what real professionals do. And that's what an OG does. They tell it what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to shit on a Japanese woman named Asuka because they broke your streak. Dude, grow up. Things happen, bro. You got to move on with your life. This ain't 1995, bro. You're not going to keep coming back 30 years later, years ago, and thinking shit's going to be the way it is. No. Things are meant to be broken. You got a son, bro. You got a whole son, bro. You could teach him this shit. You could have him get like a little 2-year or football streak or something. You could teach him that shit. Have your son get a streak. Have your son get a streak. But no, Goldberg just wants to go on the internet and cry and complain and stay in the atavism. He wants to stay popular. He wants to be the headlights. He wants to be the topic. And that's fine. That's cool. But in this way, it's not it. If you want to be the headlines, if you want to be... Listen, go to the fucking performance center and teach the kids how to wrestle. Why don't you stand there with The Undertaker and Bubba Ray or something? But no, you want to cry on the internet and complain and cry and cry and cry. I don't get this shit, bro. And I understand. Goldberg's looking at him like, man, this is just a Japanese woman. Why did she break my streak? I feel like somebody like Roman Reigns or John Cena should have broke it. And I understand. I feel your opinion. I get it. But that doesn't give you the right to say, oh, this Japanese girl broke my streak. To me, that was fucking racist. That was very disrespectful of Goldberg's part. Very disrespectful when he said, this Japanese girl. I don't care if she sucks. I don't care if Asuka's bad or whatever to some people. You will not sit up here and try to tell me, oh, this Japanese girl broke my streak. Like I said again, that's like saying, oh, this brown boy is in his phone recording in the car screaming. So what? Go off and go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? But here's the problem, right? People do not call out the bullshit for what it needs to be. The bullshit that needs to be called out is Goldberg for complaining about Asuka breaking his streak. I am sick of this man coming out here complaining like Bret Hart. You guys should be taking care of your grandkids. You guys are supposed to be drinking lemonade and laying in the beach. Why are people coming out here complaining because Asuka broke your fucking streak? It's just a streak. Records are made to be broken. Now, if you didn't want it broken, you should have told Fitz, yo, look, man, I understand I'm part of WCW, and I don't want my streak broken. But what can I do for you not to break that? I would have said, hey, draw me money, pal. Draw me money. Vince McMahon always told people. He even told Paul Heyman with the promo they had. Just draw me money. Draw me money. Draw money. Nigga, entertain me. Why don't you wrestle? Stay for the company. Stay with the company. Have good feuds. You can have a feud with Batista. You can have a feud with Booker T. You can have a feud. Nigga, you can have a feud with John Cena. Make things happen. Draw me money. Yeah, maybe then your streak will never be broken. But until then, Goldberg, you can't always get what you want. I need you to sit down somewhere. Leave Asuka alone. She don't want to be bothered. She's avoiding this shit. And mind you, Asuka is 45. And she's still young. And as Goldberg's 60, an old man complaining. Asuka is very responsible in the situation. At this point, Asuka took the W. Goldberg's taking the L, crying over his day streak. Dude, you were in WCW. Do you think Triple H was going to keep your streak alive? He even had to put up Asuka's 914-day streak on the TV. Because, dude, why are you complaining? These are my stars. This is the WWE. We beat your ass in 2001. I didn't bring you back. My father-in-law did. You're not my guy. You're old, man. You're old news. You were never the guy. You know what I'm saying? But to me, Goldberg is somewhat could have been a world champion in the main eventer if he stayed. Goldberg would have been a perfect fit for the main eventer, but wisely, he's a disrespectful son of a bitch. And this dude don't deserve to be in that spot. He don't deserve to break that streak. Somebody like Asuka was putting in work. She might, like I said, she might be a woman. She might be Japanese or what some people call her out to be. Whatever the fuck. Or she sucks or whatever. I don't care. You don't have to disrespect somebody like that, bro. And that's very messed up on his part. He fucked up. Goldberg is a dirty-ass white Jewish who's mad because he didn't get everything he wanted. He's the type of person who'll say, oh, I deserve it. I need this. I'm the guy. I deserve it. Dude, you were in the WCW, WWF, Monday Night Wars. Of course, Triple H's egotistic ass is not going to give you, it's not going to have your streak be lived. He's not, dude. Do you think him and Fitz give a fuck about your streak? They whooped your ass in Monday Night Wars. They don't care. Say, this is business, pal. We don't care about what you want. You feel me? But that's all I got to say about the situation. I'm going to go live today, guys. I'm going to go live today about 4 or 5 o'clock today. Peace out. Stay in tune.